And that leads us right into our final topic of the day, actually,
Yeah.
which is we're going to talk about customizing your characters in MOBAs. And I feel like one of the best companies who really does listen to their players right now is Valve with Dota 2, and the whole thing with the compendium. Again, it's reaching $10 million.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah, it's so
So
close
dumb.
right now, and Valve really gives back to both the players and to the community and to the people who create the, customizable outfits and stuff that you can wear in Dota 2.
Do you guys remember when they launched? They were gonna launch the Xbox 360, and they were like, "Yo, you're gonna be able to sell your digital clothing to like people on Xbox Live."
I do not remember this at all.
I don't remember this at all either.
Yeah, there was a small like when they first launched, there was during one of the press conferences, they were like, "Yeah, you could like make stuff," and like I forget, it was some creator, and like you could sell digital shirts for your avatars. And they did that a long time ago, and then they just kind of swept
Quietly swept it under the rug.
because it was just like probably one initiative of thousands that didn't get resources. Valve did it, and they did it. They're doing it so well.
Well.
Like, but people like you and I talked about one person who's made like $100,000 just like selling.
Good Lord.
Wouldn't surprise me if someone like Anuxi, who makes...
I think that's who it was.
So Anuxi is a female sort of designer who created some of the most beautiful cosmetics for Dota 2 characters. They're really cool, really detailed. Her work is amazing. And she gets some of the profits for every single thing that she sells in the Dota 2 store. So she has actually been so successful that I believe it's her full-time job now to create items just for Dota 2 because she's so good at it. And she makes awesome stuff. And so now a lot of people are creating awesome Dota 2 items. And I think it's really neat. I like that the community is, the one creating these items for your characters, and you can sort of, and Valve sort of gives back to the people who are adding, value to their game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, this is something I'm really fascinated about. I'm currently working on a feature about this, talking to creators of this, and like, how do you make a living on this? What is it like to, like, what is the process for getting your thing in the game and approved, and what's it like once it's sold, and how do you react to this? But, I mean, this is the smartest thing about Dota for me, is I love those cosmetic items. I live for it. Every time I get a drop, it's like, okay, am I going to wear this? No? Well, I'll offer it to my compendium and work towards something else. Like, I'm going to play another match. Maybe I'll get a good drop.
Or you can trade it, too, for, something that you do really like. So
right.
That's
like,
cool, too.
At the end of a match, I saw it the other night, we were playing with our friend Arthur, who got these Broodmother legs. And I was like, you're giving me those. Because, like, I'm going to use those, and you're not. So let's just trade this right now. And I love that. Like, I've spent a lot of money on Dota. Mostly in cosmetic items, specifically so I could have, like, I play Drow Ranger a lot, so I want my Drow to look cool. I want her to have that, like, sweet X-Men Storm haircut. I want her to have those ice greaves. Like, I like all of that so much.
I think Valve, we were actually watching they put out that the new TF2 event.
The Team Fortress 2 thing.
And I think they do it for every game, and I'm wondering if we'll do it for like Team Fortress 2, where now I think it's completely community based for Team Fortress 2.
Oh,
wow.
Cool.
I think, like, don't quote me on that, but
Valve has like stepped away from it.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're still doing like features and stuff like that, but like
the vast majority of it is community.
Yeah, because it makes sense, because like that they already have engaged people who are going to play that's one of the top 10 games all the time, as is Dota, as is Counter-Strike is like huge, and that's even has community stuff coming towards it now. It's like they basically that is their model now.
Yeah,
is to like, we're going to build the base, and then we're going to give you the rest of the game.
My big thing with Dota's items, too, is that you can buy them, you buy sets, so you find individual pieces, and you can kind of mix and match, which is like, my Lich isn't my favorite Barbie doll in my adult life, so I'm like, he's got the hood, but he's also got that like other belt from a different set. I love mixing it. At the same time, I really love what League is doing with its skins, where a lot of them are, here's this like alternate color set, or here's this like wacky costume that's funny.
That's how Smite skins are, too.
Yeah. I saw they added a World Cup skin for one of the characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the unique thing is they, not only is the skin different, but the abilities have different animations a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Like the ult on X-Blanc, who is X-Baller is what they call him, it basically creates a shroud of darkness over everyone. And in the football one, they have Vuvuzela playing. Like,
oh my God!
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Exactly. And it also changes the voice pack too.
Wow.
So there's a lot of depth within just, it's not just the skin, you know, it's also little subtle things that are pretty cool. But I do like the idea that, you know, people in the community can create skins like you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
And I think from a business standpoint, that makes so much sense. Why do the work when you can have people do the work for you?
Absolutely.
And ultimately, they're paying them, even though she's making a lot of money creating those costumes, she's making a lot less than they would have had to pay to have people in-house develop all the things that she's making.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
So
the community,
it's smart.
not only does the community make the item, but the community votes on the items that they want in the store too.
Yeah.
So only things that people are actually going to buy make it into the store. So it's just another like layer to the smart cake that Valve is sort of baked into
smart cake.
into the Dota 2.
League. I don't know. There's been a couple skins recently where it's been just like color palette swaps. Like, there's been small like particle differences, but they have been getting, like, I think they took the feedback where like, hey, that's not okay. Like, we're not gonna.
I don't want that, but purple.
I mean, one of the characters, Zach, just has a purple skin, and there was some new animation involved with it, and I think they've got better at. Oh, we should just price those accordingly. If we're going to do this, it can't be. They built in different tiers of price for new extra things that they had. Like, they basically were like, hey. These are a bunch of new animations, so we had to charge X amount more.
Yeah, I don't know if League or Smite does this, but something I find really interesting in the Valve stories, like in addition to having sales, like there are sets on sale all the time, where something that was $7 is now $1. Like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I might use it. It's $1, whatever. But Valve's key system is fascinating to me. It worked for Team Fortress 2. It was what allowed Team Fortress 2 to go free, right? Where you get these random drops of treasures, and you buy a key for $1 or $2, and you get a random item inside. That is like such a tempting system to take advantage of, because every time you go into a loading screen or whatever, it's like it is showing you the treasures that are available, and you can like peek inside and see like, oh man, there's a really amazing courier in there that I would like. Yeah. So you run the risk of like, okay, I could just go into the marketplace and find that and buy it from another user, or I could spend $2 on a key and maybe I'd get it. But if I don't get it, well, maybe I'll get like that cool Wind Rancher cape or whatever.
It also is I think they have a really good feedback system of the countdown clock, and like the countdown thing where it like ticks down and then it unlocks and makes the noise.
Yeah, I mean, that was the big thing with Hearthstone. Is like they wanted to make it really satisfying to open a pack of cards, and it is. And now when you open a legendary treasure in Dota, it's like it's got that little card that pops up, and it's got the smith saying like, "Let me get that for you, just a second." Ding, ding, ding. Here it comes. You're like, just give me it.
Oh man, I'm a huge fan of customizing my characters. Sounds like you guys are too.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite sets are for any character, because I occasionally miss skins, even in League, where like I'll go through and I'm like, I did not know that existed.
Right.
Totally.
Definitely let us know what.
You can send that feedback to arenapodcast@ign.com.
Last thing I thought was really cool was in Smite they have ward skins now.
Oh right.
Yes.
And one of them they just put in the game was awesome. It's like a used car. You know the wind guys that just kind of
wacky waving inflatable arms.
Yeah, they're just guys that are just like flailing their arms.
That's really awesome.
And I was just like, it's so like simple, but it's just so awesome. Like it's just a little ward that's just flying around.
Yeah, and that just brings the game to life with a bit of personality. Because you're wandering around and suddenly that fool's waving around. You're like, all right, I'm into you. This is the best game.
Well, cool. Well, Cody, thank you so much for being here. We really enjoyed having you on the podcast this week. Awesome. Again, our email is arenapodcast@ign.com if you guys want to send in your feedback, questions for next week. I believe we're going to be talking more Infinite Crisis next week. So
I hope so.
Hopefully, we'll be talking about Infinite Crisis next week. So if you have any questions on that one, make sure to send them to us. And I think that'll do it.
Yep,
for more on MOBAs, competitive gaming, all that good stuff, you can subscribe to IGN Arena at youtube.com/IGN Arena, and that'll do it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Leah.
Bye.
Bye.